Hello and welcome to another episode of My Crypto World. Today I want to give you a health update and tell you a little bit more information. As most of you probably know, if you've seen any of my videos, I have put one where I was out riding my four-wheeler, an ATV, some people like to call them. I was sick there toward the end of October. I was sick with the flu-like thing. Didn't think it was COVID, but come to find out, I actually had COVID. I went and had the antibody test. I do have antibodies. The sickness was not. My symptoms were different than the family member who my family member who brought it to me. Luckily, they loved me enough they brought it to me. They were exposed to someone who had just been in a room with someone who had COVID, and they didn't have any symptoms, so they went on about their business and come in contact with my family member for a few days there, and my family member caught COVID. I was around them, and they gave it to me. So that's how I got it. Our symptoms were different. My family member had headaches and stuffed up nose and cough and stuff like that. I never had a headache. We started with sinus congestion, a light cough, and I had an upset stomach 1 or 2 nights. But I never had a headache, never ran a fever or anything like that, which COVID affects everybody a little bit different, it seems like, and there's a lot of wide range of symptoms. A lot of people who have underlying health issues, when they get COVID, it really hits them pretty hard. Luckily, I'm fairly healthy, even though I'm getting older. I stay fairly active, and I think that's something that helped me get through this COVID thing, was that I stayed active. I walked around in my house. I did some my work on the computer. I got out and walked around in the yard. But now the fatigue factor was the big thing, the loss of strength. I did nap and take quite a few naps while I was sick. It lasted about 2 weeks. But I got a video on here that when I took an ATV ride when I was just when I just got better, and I didn't realize that my strength was still not where it should be, and I got my ATV in a really rough area, and it was really physically hard for me to navigate the ATV. It don't have power steering. It's an older four-wheeler, because it's real rocky, and I just didn't have the strength. But now, thankfully, my strength is, as far as I know, returned to normal. I went out in the mountains the other day and walked probably 3-4 miles in a couple different areas. I also have that video on here. But I wanted to give you a health update because I even made the comment that I didn't think it was COVID. But while I was sick, even if it wasn't COVID, even if it was just the flu, while I was sick, I did isolate myself. I didn't go to any stores. I stayed home. If I had company come, I'd tell them to stay on the outside of the fence because, hey, I'm sick. You don't need to be around me. But one other thing about the COVID, and then I'll move on, was that my family member actually went and tested, and the rapid test come back negative. Now, some say it was because they tested so early in their sickness that it didn't register it, and then some say it's because the tests are somewhat faulty sometimes. But the antibody test proves that that person had it, and that's most likely where I got it from, because I was right with them for several days, and we was right close proximity, and that's where I take it. That's where I got it from. But I just want to let you know that yes, I did have COVID. I've had flu that has been worse than that, but those who have a compromised immunity or are at high risk, the older folks, you need to take precautions. If you've been exposed, if you're a younger person and you've been around somebody who has COVID, you need to take precautions when you go to see older people or when you're out in public. Stay a few days home, make sure you're all right, because a lot of times, well, how my family member got it, the person who was exposed had no symptoms. They thought they was okay. They didn't isolate. They didn't quarantine themselves for no amount of time. They just kept on with their life, and they'd been around it, and they thought, well, I don't have any symptoms, I'm okay. Well, they carried it to basically us, and So, and I do have a father that's older and got a lot of health problems, so I tried to make sure I wasn't around him. Got COP, black lung, had heart disease, had heart surgeries, and things like that. So, you got to take precautions. Some of those people really, really have it hard. I got a friend right now who has been on a ventilator for probably 3-4 weeks and struggling for his life, but looks like he might pull through. But he's slightly older than me, but fairly healthy, but had some problems. But COVID affects people different. But I guess that's enough about that. But I did want to give you the health update about that and let you know that we're working on projects. We're working on, since my strength has come back, I'm back to working quite a bit on my internet stuff, and also working on some deals with some films and planning some new films for 2021. I did start a YouTube channel for my little publishing company, Zombie Media Publishing. If you would go over and subscribe to that, I'd be very thankful about it. I want to use it as a way to market our films and our books and our music that we do for other people, along with our work, and maybe reach new clients and put some things on there, maybe behind the scenes stuff you wouldn't see normally, and from the authors and from the filmmakers, and maybe little interviews and stuff like that. So, but I want to grow the channel and use it as a way to spread the word about what we're doing. With that said, I want to tell you about I'm working on a film again. It's called Bigfoot Witness 2, the Jason Morse story. I'm writing the narration stuff for that. It's a very interesting, I guess you could say it probably took place over a couple years. Got some decent footage of the area. Got some, it's a really good story how it came about, so I've been working on that. I'm also been working some on season 3 of Almost Live, The Hunt for Bigfoot. Or actually this one, season 3 is called Bigfoot and Beyond. I've got 3 or 4 episodes of that done, so I plan on doing a little more of that. But before I actually got sick with the COVID, I hurt my shoulder. I didn't get to ginseng much this year, but I'm gonna get back working on that, and we're planning some other stuff for 2021. And also our latest film, I encourage you to watch it. It's called Bigfoot: The Legend Is Real. It's performing real well on Amazon. It's going to some other streaming services. You can find it on realhouse.org. Should be coming up on Vivid Space pretty soon. It's doing real good. There's some good footage in it, and it's good. There's some things I didn't get to put in it because of about the time we was finishing up filming for that, that's when the COVID pandemic hit, and we couldn't really get out and do anything. Everybody was really scared because we didn't know really what was going to go on, how bad it really was going to be or not going to be. So we didn't get to do some things that we wanted to do. So hopefully we can do some of those things for a future project or another film and add it in, because it was some things we wanted to do that I think would be interesting to people. But I just want to basically give you a health update and give you a little update on what we're working on and how we're feeling. So hopefully we can get back in full swing of things. I know holidays is really hard because you got so much going on with the Christmas and Thanksgiving and the New Year, and you got family and you got gatherings and stuff with your immediate family and things you have to do. But I just wanted to give you an update, guys. I appreciate you. Please, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell to be get the notifications. And we also offer you can become a Crypto Squad member under the memberships, and you'll get exclusive content. You'll get content, a lot of times you'll get content first, whether it be video, picture. You're gonna get some behind the scenes stuff, some stuff that's really never made public, and we also give some discounts on merchandise like DVDs and films and things like that. But if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. If you're interested in the Crypto Squad membership, click on the memberships and find out more about that. And until then, I appreciate you guys, and you guys be good, and I'll see you soon.